Hi, everybody. Cassandra Bibas here, your Fear to Fuel expert and life transitions coach. I want to talk to you today about a really unpopular subject when it comes to fear. You know, most of the time people want to talk about what their fears are, how it affects them, where it came from. People love to talk about where their fear came from. I mean, if you literally mention to people about fear, they will tell you every traumatic childhood experience that has led them, and their analyses of all of those experiences, that has led them to the fearful place that they're in right now. And there is nothing wrong with understanding the root cause. In fact, in all of my workshops, I spend a session dedicated to teaching you how to get to the root, your core fears. But you can't live there. You can't live in what happened to me at 7 and how that's affecting the way my fear is manifesting today. I want to talk to you today about a really unpopular part of the transforming fear into courage equation. And it's this: the cost. The cost of transforming your fear into courage. Because here's the reality. Any dream that you want to pursue, any goal that you want to go after, anything that you deeply and completely want to include as a part of your life is going to cost you something. Now, I'm not talking sacrifice. You know, some of us don't like the word sacrifice or struggle or strain. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about inputs and outputs. In other words, in coaching, we say this all the time. Anytime you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to another. And anytime you're saying no to one thing, you're saying yes to another, whether you realize that you're doing it or not. So let me tell you about this cost factor, because a lot of the reason that people are afraid to go after what they want, it's not necessarily the getting it that they're afraid might not happen. It's the, what is it going to cost me to get that? What is it going to cost me to change my career? What is it going to cost me in terms of time, money, resources, relationships? What is it going to cost me? And people don't like to tell you that that's where the fear really is and that's what it's about. Because if I say it out loud, that what I'm afraid of is the cost I'm going to have to pay to get to where I say I want to go, then I actually have to step back if I want to get to the other side of fear and evaluate the cost. And most people don't like to see what's in their checking account, let alone evaluate the cost of their fears and what it would take to overcome them, to move through them. So let me share something with you. If you want to get to the other side of fear, if you want to get beyond the feeling of, I want this, but I'm not doing anything about it. I want this, but something is keeping me back here. I want to go after what I want, but something won't let me go forward. Here's how you do that. Evaluate the cost. What's the upside to going for my dreams? What's the downside to going for my dreams? What will I have to give to this dream? My time, my money, my book just dropped, my resources. What is it going to take? That is one of my favorite coaching questions. Because when you hit a brick wall as you go for your dream, you hit an obstacle, you hit a trial or a tribulation, most people want to fall on the floor and say, oh, why is this happening to me again? Wrong question. When you hit a brick wall, when you hit an obstacle, the question you need to be asking is, well, two questions. First one is, what is my next step? Second question is, because if you've hit a brick wall, you're probably going to change course a little bit. Strategy is going to change. Needs to be, what's it going to take? That what's it going to take question is powerful, because the moment you decide unequivocally that you're going for what you want, the next question needs to be, what's it going to take? Do I need to wake up earlier? Do I need to go to bed later? Who do I need to call? Who do I need to email? What's it going to take? Because if you figure out what's it going to take, the only thing you've got to do next is take that action. So one of the biggest reasons that people stay stuck in their fear is because they're afraid to evaluate the cost. Because once they know the cost, then they've got to consciously decide whether they're willing to pay that cost. And once you consciously make that decision, you can never blame anybody else for why things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. And here's my final message to you. Ask yourself, if there's anything in your life where you're feeling afraid, you're feeling like you can't pursue what you want, you can't go after what you want, be brave and ask yourself, what's it gonna take? And then write down in a notebook all the things it's gonna take. How much time, how much effort, how many degrees, what certifications, what's it gonna take? Answer that question. And you will be a long way in the process of transforming your fear into courage. Okay, what's it going to take? Feel free to put comments below on YouTube and let me know what you're struggling with, what kinds of things when you think about the cost factor you want to figure out. I will chat back and forth with you and help you figure out. Sometimes we don't know what it's going to take. But guess what? I'm here. You're watching this video. Put it in the comments below. What are your questions about the cost factor to a dream? And let's get over the fear of paying the cost. And let's just get to the part where we do the work. All right, everybody. Cassandra Bibas, your Fear to Fuel expert. I will talk to you next time. Oh, join me on Facebook. Facebook.com/transform your fear. I will talk to you next time.